Hello everyone, I'm the Mighty Blues, and welcome back to Super Mario 64. Last time we started off our adventure by going to Peach's castle, as she mentioned that she had a special cake for us. We all know what the code name for cake is, isn't it? I mean, that's what Peach wants. She's telling Mario that she baked him a cake, but in all actuality, Peach wants Mario's cake. I mean, dang man, look at that. Mario is a thick boy. It's all them polygons. Anyways, we made it to Peach's castle, found out, of course, she's been kidnapped by Bowser. All the toads have been sealed behind the walls. And now we gotta collect power stars by jumping into paintings. So this time, we're gonna be jumping into the only painting we've jumped into so far, that being Bob-Omb Battlefield. We've collected 3 power stars up to this point. We're gonna continue to collect as many as we can. Now, I should preface this. You can't collect every power star in one go. There are going to be some things that we'll need to collect later on that will allow us to collect some power stars in previous areas. So if you're someone like me, where whenever you visit a new area in a 3D platformer, or really any video game, you want to do everything you can in that area before moving on. You'll be returning to previous areas in Mario 64. Now, for this power star, collect the 8 red coins. I haven't really talked about coins too much, as they're kind of unnecessary to talk about, but in this instance, it's important too. Gold coins, which are the most common ones you'll see, those are just 1 coin. They're essentially the pennies. But the red coins, which there are 8 sealed away in every world. Once you collect all 8, you'll get a power star, but if you look over at our counter, they actually count for 2 coins. So if you're someone who's trying to get a certain type of star that we may or may not talk about today. Wait, there's a teleport here? Wait, hold on, what? Huh? Okay. There's... Note to self, flowers can warp you places. I didn't know that was there. I remember when I said that there's a lot of teleporting areas in the game? Yeah, there's a lot of teleporting areas. But anyways, on the topic of coins, as I mentioned before, you got gold coins, you got red coins. Red coins count as 2, gold coins count as 1. Blue coins are the most rare. They count as 5 coins. But also, as you can tell, now that I took out that Koopa Troopa, I can actually hijack his shell and surf on it. Koopa shells don't really show up too often in some of the areas, but if they're here, get them. Grab them. This is the fastest way to traverse through areas, but due to the really crappy camera of this game, trust me, N64 games did not have the best cameras. You're gonna run into things a lot. I'm actually surprised I have kept my Koopa shell as long as I have. Because, yeah, normally you are running into things, and as soon as you run into something, you'll actually get rid of the shell. Oh god. Yep, like that. Exactly like that. You're gonna blow up at some point. Yeah, so I haven't really talked about the Bob-Ombs too much. Once they see you, they'll actually chase after you, and after a while, they'll explode. That switch right there opens up the little gate. I've never really understood why you've needed that gate. I mean, all it does is just let you go through here. It's a little odd, but I guess if you want to go through it, you can. Gotta continue to traverse through here. How many coins do I have? There's 6. So if you press plus while in an area, you'll actually go to the pause screen. It'll show you how many red coins you've collected so far. So if you're like me and you're a dumb idiot and you don't pay attention to anything, you'd be like, how many coins did I collect? Oh, I got that many. Cool. Now there's 1 red coin down here. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? There we go. Alright, so there's 1 more to collect, and I'm pretty sure you already know where it is, as we actually ran into it during our previous episode, where we went to the island in the sky. Yeah, get wrecked, Chain Chomp. You ain't eating this ass today. This ass is for Peach and Peach only. I gotta stop making jokes about Mario's butt. We get it. He got a lot of damn polygons. Okay, so I want to try aiming this. There we go. Or not. Or not. That's so good at aiming this. It's so good. Alright. Let's try one more time. Okay, that's a bit too high, but in this instance, it's actually okay if you aim it too high, because you have a chance of landing on the mountainside. And I grabbed the coin, but not the tree. Well, again, fun fact, there's a mountain right here. So if you miss the island, you just crash on into the mountain. Right here, I'm actually going to demonstrate something. This game has fall damage. If you fall from too tall of a height, you'll actually take damage. Keep that in mind, as I think the most damage you can take from a fall is half your HP bar. So, I guess four pizza slices. Let's face it, Mario's health bar is a pizza because Mario's Italian. I can't believe, you know, real talk? I've been playing this game for 22 years, and I just now made the connection that, wait, Mario's health is split into 8 slices. 8 slices is the average amount on a pizza. Mario's health is pizza! I never realized that. But as you can see, I'm actually going to the pause screen again. If Mario is not moving, then it'll allow you to hit continue or exit course. The reason why I decided to exit the course there is because that star, Mario Wings to the Sky, while we could technically tackle that star right now, it would take far too long. And it's actually much easier to just do it once we get a certain power-up. So, apologies for that burp there. We're gonna actually move on to a new area. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. Because that door only requires 1 power star, and we have 4, we're able to easily open the door. And speaking of stars, I want to pause. If you pause the game while in Peach's castle, it'll actually give you a total counter of all the stars you've collected. So it'll go by course as well as castle secret stars. Yes, there are power stars hidden away in Peach's castle. So as you can tell right here, it actually also shows your max coin count. So the maximum amount of coins we've collected in Bob-Omb Battlefield so far have been 41, and we've collected 4 power stars. So if you're trying to figure out which areas are you missing stars, it's a good way to check. Just pause the game.
This Bowser is to the stars! I saw it with my own eyes! These eyes don't miss a thing!
Also, this Toad's getting Mike Wazowski. Every Toad is Mike Wazowski.
He's hitting 6 stars in each course, but you won't find all of them in some courses until you press the cap switches.
Thank you, Toad, for literally spoiling the things that I just alluded to. I literally just explained this, Toad. You know what? I'm not upset that you're getting Mike Wazowski. You deserve it.
The stars you found will show on each course's starting screen. If you want to see some of the enemies you've already defeated, select the stars you've recovered from them.
Yeah, in case you want to just continuously have King Bob-Omb suffer from the final destination and just keep reliving his own death. Or is that Groundhog Day? It's a combination of the two. Let's go into the new area. If you can't tell, I don't know anything about movies. Course number 2, Whomp's Fortress. Chip off Whomp's block. Hello, the Lakitu Bros, cutting in with a live update on Mario's progress. He's about to learn a technique for sneaking up on enemies. The trick is this. He has to walk very slowly in order to walk quietly. And wrapping up filming techniques reported on earlier, you can take a look around by tilting the right stick, pull the right stick back to view the action from a distance. When you can't move the camera any further, the buzzer will sound. This is Lakitu Bros, signing off. I don't know what they're talking about. When I defeat enemies, I just go in guns a-blazing. Yeah, that's the game trying to subtly teach you a mechanic that if you lightly move the analog stick, Mario will actually walk, and he'll even like tiptoe. That's actually a really good way for sneaking up on sleeping enemies, and there are sleeping enemies in Whomp's Fortress. But yeah, I don't like to do that. I like to go in guns a-blazing. We gotta smell the game. Ha ha ha! Guilty Gear reference, because everyone knows Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is the one series that I reference all the time, and nobody knows anything because it's like, yet nobody played Guilty Gear outside of Japan. Seriously, I think if I remember correctly, Guilty Gear, the most recent one, Exard Rev 2, as of this recording. I'm sure by the time this LP comes out, Strive will have already been released, but as of this recording, Exard Rev 2 is the most recent Guilty Gear game. That game sold terribly in the US. I think it sold, like, what? Maybe 200,000 copies? I mean, granted, it's just an expansion of Exard, but still. That's terrible for a video game. Especially one of the budget of Guilty Gear. But I'm kind of just glossing over this area. Whomp's Fortress is basically if you had the mountain of on Bob-Omb Battlefield, but if that was the entire level. But anyways, at the top of the fortress, we have the King Whomp. It makes me so mad. We build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and still you walk all over us. Do you ever say thank you? No! Well, you're not gonna wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for fun. You have a problem with that? Just try to pound me, wimp. Ha! I mean, hey, it's your fault for... Wait, did I... Oh, I didn't get crushed there. How did I not get crushed there? But yeah, as you can tell, you gotta defeat the King Whomp the same way you gotta defeat the other Whomps. He's got a giant bandage on his back. You just ground pound it. Usually you gotta wait for him to slam his face onto the ground in order to be able to ground pound him. And you do it 3 times, he's gone. Oh, crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I won't grovel. Here, you win. Take this with you. Murder in the second episode. Mario's committing genocide. And, can I do the ground pound? There we go. I don't know why I'm trying to practice that so much. Maybe it's because of the fact that I wanted to wait until a later episode to talk about this, but I'm going to discuss it now, since we don't really have anything else to talk about. So, the Nintendo Switch version of Mario 64 is actually an updated version of the game that was released after the first print of the game came out. Basically, it's like a firmware update. It pretty much Nintendo updated the game, got rid of a couple glitches, got rid of a couple bugs in the game that people really utilize for speedrunning. We'll get into that in a little bit later on in the LP. But yeah, there's a lot of things that speedrunners take advantage of in order to speedrun Mario 64 that aren't present in this game. Purely because Nintendo decided to go with the more updated version of Mario 64 when porting it over to the Switch, rather than using the earlier releases that allow you to do other exploits. So again, the biggest... Why can't I land on this platform? What is wrong with me? So the biggest one is the BLJ, or backwards long jump. I haven't demonstrated it up to this point, and I'll make sure to cover it in like a bonus video, because again, you aren't allowed to do this in this specific version of Mario 64. So there's no use to trying to show it off, because you can't do it. But the BLJ, or backwards long jump, is basically Mario can do a long jump. If you're running, you press ZL to crouch, and then B, he can do a long jump. But if you notice, you can actually long jump backwards. Pay no attention to that I just BLJ'd through that man's face. But, yeah, so if you do the backwards long jump, or the long jump, and you just hold up on the analog stick, Mario can do the long jump backwards. Essentially what the BLJ is you're just doing that, but you're doing it up a staircase. And if you time your jumps just right, Mario will catapult himself upwards up the stairs, and it will allow him to clip through walls and such. That is not a thing in this game. So if you're playing the Nintendo Switch version thinking, I'm going to become the next Simple Flips, or Family Jewels, or Messiah or insert Mario 64 speedrunner here, that ain't happening. Because this version of Mario 64 is updated. It's like that joke I made in my Zelda Let's Play, talking about patches in a 30-year-old game. They actually patched a 30-year-old game! I mean, technically they patched the game years ago. Like they patched this was an N64 release. Like these updates and patches were released on the N64. It's just they updated it for this version. I don't know where I'm getting at with this. But what mission are we doing? Shooting to the Wild Blue. Okay, so this one actually requires us to talk to our Bob-Omb buddy. Thankfully, he's right next to the cannon, and talk to him, please. I'll prepare the cannon for you. Ready for blast off. Come on, hop into the cannon. So, what we're supposed to do with this mission is we're supposed to jump into the cannon, and I want to show this off because, again, thanks to the fact that this is an HD release of an N64 game that was supposed to run in 480i, you can actually see a lot of exploits that, and a lot of weird things about this game that normally you wouldn't be able to see. But if you look over in that little corner on that wall right there, you'll see a thin little line. That line actually indicates two different objects right next to each other. That wall can be destroyed. You can actually blast yourself into the corner, break it, and the star is right there. However, there is a speedrunning trick that I don't know if I can do it, but basically, if you're very careful, you should be able to just get right on this. I think you can just, like, do this? I don't actually remember how to do this, but basically there's supposed to be a thing where you can actually, like, grab the star from here. I mean, again, you're supposed to break the platform. I don't actually know if this got fixed as well. I've never really attempted this before, but there's like a way where you can just like slowly approach this. I think you have to like jump. Like jump onto like a... I think you have to jump next to the corner, and Mario clips through the platforms, and as a result, he's able to grab the star. Again, I don't really speedrun Mario 64 much. I know of the tricks. And of course, I missed the actual part I'm supposed to blow up. But yeah, I know a lot of the tricks to speedrunning this game. I just don't ever try it myself. And of course, I'm playing an updated version of the game that a lot of these things have been removed. So if I'm acting like an idiot, being like, wait, I thought you could do this, it's because these things got updated and got removed. Once again, we'll be making a video later on in this LP talking about some of the various speedrunning things that I do know about this game. But that's how you're supposed to collect the star. You just blast the wall. You gotta use your head. And we'll do one more power star. I think we can do one more in Whomp's Fortress. Wait, did I? Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, I did okay. Well, now you know what it looks like if you do power stars out of order. Blast away the wall was not what I was supposed to do. Shoot into the wild blue. How am I forgetting this one? No, I remember this one. Okay, so I was in the right area. Shooting the wild blue, you are supposed to use the cannon. And you are supposed to be over here. Actually, if we press up on the right stick, you can see a power star's right there. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use the cannon and blast onto that pole and grab the power star that way. But if you're sneaky enough, you can actually use a technique that Mario has known as the wall jump, where if you run up to a wall and press a jump, he'll actually do a wall kick, and it will allow you to get better momentum. So like that. So what you could do is you could actually utilize what's known as a triple jump, where if you jump, jump, and then jump again, you do 3 jumps in a row, and your third jump has the highest momentum. Combine that with the wall jump, and you can easily get the star without using the cannon. I actually recommend grabbing the star that way because you run less of a risk of dying, because if you use the cannon and you miss that pole, you have a lot of chances of just shooting yourself off the stage and dying. So it's much easier to just grab the star this way. And I hit save. Crap. I've been doing that a lot. You've recovered 8 of the power stars. Now you can open the door with the big star. But Bowser is just ahead. Can you hear the princess calling? No, because she's in another castle. Anyways, with that being said, that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all later for more of Super Mario 64. Goodbye!